Hello, you guys. Welcome, welcome. We're going to wait just a couple of minutes to get some of you guys in. And, it's really an amazing time right now for us all as we are moving into this end portion of what we've all been going through for so long. The spiritual awakening is by far one of the hardest things I've ever done. And I've been a single mom of four. I have done all kinds of things, been through all kinds of things, but it's because it goes so deep into who we really are, and through life itself, we lose touch of who we are. We forget who we are as a person. So this 1111 portal is going to be incredible for a lot of us. Now, I've also been guided to bring in specific words for each zodiac sign, and we'll talk about the zodiac signs in a minute, but let's really go into this 1111 portal. So as we march forward, there's this opening that's coming through where, we toggle from the 3D world. And if you guys have been with me a long time, I used to do spiritual live connection. That was for a couple of years, I did that talking about this particular topic and where we're going and each increment that we rise up. Now, this 1111 portal is a time for us to make a leap of faith, to trust in our own intuition, to overcome blockages, to overcome anything that has been preventing us from getting the things that we want and need in life. And one of the biggest things that I've seen with my clients over the past, well, it's been over the past year for sure, but definitely in the last several months, I've seen an increase in fear, feeling helplessness, feeling the lack. Hi, you guys. Mackenzie, hello. Welcome, welcome, MBH. I'm so glad you're here from Canada. Um, more love. It's been such a rough week. I felt like everything is falling. Despite how much I try and choose faith over fear, I'm a Scorpio, so fingers crossed for a bright future. Now, Scorpio, the word that came out for you is very important. Okay, so as a Scorpio, I think you're going to like that. So please stay tuned. I'll be doing the zodiac signs in a minute and talking about things that I'm going to be offering you guys at a really affordable price to help you break through that because we can't accomplish everything in just a short time right here. Joy, hi, how are you? Heart, 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 heart. Back to you, Yanu. It's very nice to have you. Sizzling Roses, I love you too. Thank you guys so much for being here. I have not gone live in way over a year. I just stopped. I just stopped going live. I pulled back from helping people in a large capacity and focused in on helping people as individuals, one at a time versus a lot of people. But I'm so glad that you're here. And I open this chat up. Super chat should be on. I think it's on. I hope so. But that way you can ask questions as we go along as well. But I will be back for the 19th, which is a huge shift. This is shifting us right into the age of Aquarius. Um, it's wonderful to have all of you here. Hello, hello, Scott. Hi, Deanna. It's just wonderful. All right. You've been journaling and manifesting your purpose and direction. That's very good. And journaling is a very important tool. We're going to talk a little bit about tools. And I don't normally read, but I do have some highlights. So you might see me reading because I was jotting down the guided messages and things that I'm supposed to share with you. And I didn't want to forget. Hello, Scotland. Hi, Linda Scott from Scotland. The biggest wish I want is a sign from my mom in heaven. I only have nightmares. Okay, Mick, let's talk about that as we go forward. Okay. Um, that is a whole live reading all on its own. Honestly, it really is. And our deceased loved ones, I will say this as we go forward, our deceased loved ones, the ones that were close to us, we feel them. We know when they're around us, and you can tell when they're around. Can you guys hear me okay? I have not used this. I bought a little laptop for traveling, so I hope that you can hear me okay. Please let me know if you can. Ginger, hello from Southern California. I was born and raised in Southern California. Deanna, I love you too. Happy birthday. It's coming up on the 19th. That's huge. Huge. Alina, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. You're in your soul baby. I'm so glad that you're here from our membership. All right, you guys, I'm going to stop saying hello for. Am I still in Spain, Yanu? Yes, I am still in Spain. So, a quick update on that. I have been traveling for the past couple of years. So, when I was younger, my goals, my dreams, my vision, everything I knew I was supposed to do as a soul being. Actually, I didn't plan on getting married until I wanted to go to graduate and go to college. I was going to go to New York and go see all the shows on Broadway and do all these things with my friends. And I fell in love when I was a freshman. I wound up marrying him 4 years later after I graduated, and it put all my travel on hold, but it also put everything in alignment with what he wanted. And that because I came from a different lifestyle. I came from a very abusive background. And I was brainwashed into doing certain things. How many of you can relate to that? I know a lot of you can. And it doesn't have to come from our family, it can come from other people. But where I'm going with that is all the travel that I saw myself doing, I haven't been able to really get a grasp around it until the last couple of years. So I finally went to New York. I spent a year there. I spent 8, 9 months in North Carolina. I love it. It's beautiful there, but it was not my vibe. Okay. I like New York actually very much. Um, but it was just too busy for me. So I needed to step back out of that. We'll see what we can do today, but I have something for you, and Mick. Okay, we'll get into that in a minute. Just stay on the show. And then I went back to Colorado for a little bit. That's where I originated. My business is based in Colorado. And then I moved to Texas, and oh my gosh, I love Texas. I mean, I love it. That is my homeland in the United States. I really love Texas. So I've been to Italy. I went and visited some of my clients. A good friend of mine in Switzerland, and Switzerland is heaven to me. That's what I always visioned heaven to look like when I was a kid and dreaming about going to heaven. That's what I always thought it looked like. Love Switzerland. And then I ran over to France. I went to Avignon for a while and now back in Spain. So I've been in three different locations in Spain. And right now I'm about 30 minutes away from where the big disaster happened. So I was in Serra, Valencia, Spain, which I love it. Oh, the water is medicinal. I told you guys I'd make a video, and I have all the clips of it. I just haven't had time to put it together yet. It was so amazing. The sky is unlike anything I've ever seen. If you've seen the desert, you know that the stars are very, very buoyant. I don't know what else to say. They just stand out like crazy. Those stars over the desert, in the middle of the desert in the night. Well, that's what it was like in Serra. It was beautiful, and I could make that my home for sure. A little out of the way, but yes, I am still in Spain. I'm in Orpesa, which is just on the other side of Valencia, going more toward Barcelona. I'm between Barcelona and Valencia, and that's where all of the disaster happened. So on the night the big storm happened, I could hear it. The thunder was, oh gosh, it was like nothing I've ever heard before. But I just, went to bed. I feel like I'm not worried about it. And it went poof, right past us and hit about 30 miles between where I was and where I am today. And then, of course, I stayed a little bit in Malaga and Barcelona as well. I'm trying to get a visa, so I've applied for the visa. If it's meant to be, I will get it. If not, who knows? I may wind up coming right back to Texas or move on to a different place. But I'm going to set you guys aside. I love you all. I'll come back to you in a minute. Maybe Switzerland is heaven because it's neutral here. Well, hello, Sizzlin Rose. You must be in Switzerland. I think it's absolutely beautiful, and I'm going to Germany, another lifelong dream. I mean, we're talking 50, 60 years, well, 50 years of me waiting to go and do these things. And so anybody that says, "Oh, good for you," well, you have no idea what I've been through. That's what the 1111 porthole is really about. This is an opportunity where we get to set aside all of those misconceptions, misbeliefs, because we live in a society, we've been raised in a society by people generation to generation that have been really focused on manifesting in a material way. They want the material. You have to fit in with the social crowds. It's about materialism, judgment. And all of this was trickled down into our lives. And so we grew up, either acting accordingly or trying to fight that system and feeling like we didn't fit in because we're not like that, or we fit in because we were like that. And now that things are changing, the people who felt like they fit in there are going to come and stay in this 3D dimension of Earth while everything is shifting into the 5D. That's the ultimate goal. It goes way beyond that, but that's where we're shifting into. So, in a lot of you on my channel, I'm not going to talk about anybody else. I watch very few tarot readers. I watch few psychics. I do watch some of the spiritual guidance life coaches. They're pretty interesting as long as they aren't saying you got to do this now or you will regret it. Nope, gone. You don't want to watch those kinds of things, right? Raise your thumb up if you heard somebody do that. If you don't do this now, if you don't watch now, forget it. That's not the right way to be either. Not for me, it doesn't resonate with me, but somebody who's on the 3D plane absolutely may resonate with you. So this is an opportunity where people are making a choice as they hover in between the two different worlds, the two different dimensions. A lot of people have been jumping into fourth, going back to three, jumping from fourth into five, going back and forth. So this is the big decision. This is the big porthole to make a decision on where you're going to go. And you will feel forced. For example, I'm sorry I forgot your name, but you were talking about your deceased mom, and you may feel forced to be making decisions that you don't want to be making right now and really longing for her. Okay. But there's a lot of things going on. I actually had a client that I hired to help me, and I watched him go from the 5D, on the verge of the 5D. They weren't quite there yet, but on the verge, and they drop right back down into the 3D. Watched him do it right in front of my face. And yes, it affected me. I didn't anticipate that coming in, but they made a decision to go backwards. And that's what people are doing. They're making choices on what direction they're going. So it's very important as you move forward to pay close attention to your intuition. Your intuition is what's guided you through all of the things that took place in life that could have been disastrous. Your intuition also guided you through situations that may have been disastrous, but yet now we're paying the price because we didn't follow our intuition. When we say, "Oh, I would have, should have, could have, I knew I should have done that," that your intuition was nudging on you. So it's important that you really pay attention to what is going on. I know I don't look that great today, but that's okay because, it just is what it is. I didn't want to put this off. All right. Good, I'm glad. Sizzling Rose, yes, incredible way to be alive on this earth where we allow things to come in and not fight them, right? We don't want to fight it. When I fought things, things didn't come through. Now, I'm going to give you some tips that may help you. These are things through my life that when we are moving into the higher dimension, into our consciousness, this is when we manifest. We have our unconsciousness that holds these beliefs deep down inside. That's what mommy told you. That's what society told you. That was the icky things that happened. That was the bad relationships. That's the bad talk you say to yourself. That's can harbor in your unconscious mind. We have two minds. Now, a lot of people still, and forgive me, this is going to be a touchy subject, but the twin flame journey is about the left side of the brain and the right side of the brain. The divine masculine is the left side of the brain. That is the logic that we have without empathy. if it's in an unhealthy state. The divine feminine is on the right side of the brain. That's our nurturing, our creativity. That in an unhealthy state can put us as an overgiver, where we overgive too much. We feel the need to fix everybody and have no energy left to fix ourselves. We have no energy to get up, and then we start wanting to pull energy from other people. So, as we go through this spiritual awakening, the shakeups, the wake ups, which there are going to be more as we go forward. 2025 is going to have a lot of shakeups, the tear down, right? Anything that is toxic in your life, anything that's toxic around you, unhealthy situations, whether it's people, places, things, the land you live on, the house you live on, all of these things are getting ready to shake. So as we see things crumbling around us, it's because there's something there that needed to be torn apart. Something there that needed to be torn apart. And sometimes it's to get us as a push to get out there and help humanity, because we must be helping humanity in one way or another, even through inspirational messages like what you guys are doing in this chat right now. So you're a refugee there. Thank you for sharing that, Dina. I look forward to going to Germany. She said Germany is beautiful. She was a refugee there. A very hard path, a very hard path, and a lot of us have encountered a lot of difficult situations. So, with this porthole, just imagine this unseen opening that's going to allow you to jump into the new you. But you can't jump into the new you if you haven't let go of the old you, if you haven't released the things, the people, all of those experiences that kept you in a stuck pattern, a repetitive cycle. This is a big one because there will not be another one as we roll into the age of Aquarius. The age of Aquarius is about what, you guys? I mean, the age of Aquarius is about peace on earth after all of the icky is gone. So the peace comes after the tear downs, after the shakeup, after the breaking apart, after the clearing away, wiping the slate clean, and then we emerge. That's actually moving into the 3D world. Well, thank you. Oh, that's so nice. Thank you for saying that. I don't feel like I look gorgeous. It's just one of those days, you know. I love it here. It's beautiful, but forget makeup, man. I just wear my sweatshirt. I am so happy walking along the ocean. I'm right on the ocean. And it's vast. It's like all ocean out here. It's very, very different. You know, the ocean in New York is very different than the ocean in Southern California. I was born and raised out there, hung out there. And then, of course, I lived in New York, as I said, a year. And here is even more different. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful, but it is beach and water. There's very little trees on the beach. There's no piers that really go out, you know, so it's all beautiful water. The behind it is absolutely stunning. The building is gorgeous. It's huge, massive building. And then in Serra, Valencia, where I was, it was a little village, and everything is like this. Walking up the hill was like this, so, you know, because you're at a completely different angle, but it's incredible. So, hello, Switzerland, Danielle. So, I'm wondering how many of you have really been working on you. Have you been working on clearing out these old things? Have you seen the things that are blocking you yet? Have you noticed what these things are? What I've done is I put together a class for you guys. I'm going to start the zodiac signs in just a minute, but I put together a class for you guys. This is a one-time class. It's going to be this Saturday. It's at, I think it's 7 a.m. New York time. It's early because I'm out here. So that's like, you know, a different, there's 6 hours between where I'm at in Spain and New York. But in this is about you being able to break through some of the blockages. All right. So if you're having problems finding yourself feeling in a place of peace, and peace is, you know, when we're in inner peace, there's nothing like it. as a single mother with 4 children, there was and a dad, a deadbeat dad. I mean, he I think he bought my youngest son got 1 present from him his entire young life. He was not there. He had started 2 other families and kind of ignored the kids. So everything was on me, all of it, everything, every decision, every choice, every investment, every move was on me. And that was a lot of pressure. So I had to fly by my intuition in order to make things work. And there were a lot of times I hit roadblocks, and it was challenging indeed. But I cried less when I was raising my children than I did after they left. Because after they left, then I realized it was me alone. But when they were with me, it was like, I have to do this. I have to do this. Show me the way. God, show me how to get there, right? Show me the path that I need. Show me the little synchronicities along the way. And there were times, even one time, a baseball from third base was hit, and the ball flew up over somebody hit it. It came over this thing, and I just went like this right in front of my because it was going to hit him right in the face, and it hit my hand, and everybody just stopped and looked at me because it was like a miracle catch that I even got it, and it didn't hit him and knock him out. Or it would have broke his face. Is how hard it was, but it was just the idea that it happened this quick. And so when your intuition is turned on, you'll make decisions this quick. You'll know what to do and you'll feel comfortable and right on the money. It'll be right there. What a poor expression, but that's really what it is. It's like you're right there in the moment. It's the perfect thing to do. So with this portal, I want you guys to consider, okay, I was guided to say to do a few things. One of them is to make a list of the things that you no longer need, no longer need. These would be people, places, things. This is going to be the belief systems inside of you. You don't need it where you're going. Nothing from the material world is needed when you go into a higher consciousness. In the higher consciousness, you create a life filled with abundance. I have what I need when I need it, period. What I want comes when I need it. So this is, oh, hi, honey. Hi, Georgina. I'm glad you're here. So this is, oops, wrong one. I bought a second pair of glasses finally. The lady in the store, I don't speak Spanish very well, but boy, do they help me, man. We get our little phone out. See, this is what we do back and forth, right? We talk. You can communicate anywhere you want to go. Bringing up the land again, that may be something that you need to get rid of. Some of you have been doing really great, other than the fact that things fall apart, but it shouldn't be. It may be the land that you're on. If there is something there that is not blending, it's not harmonious with you, you will find, I'm seeing one, two, three people in here as I say this, you will find yourself having a lot of problems. So make sure you are looking at everything, what you no longer need, stressing over money. Because when you are in a higher realm within your consciousness, oh, thank you, Georgina. You're so good to me. Love, 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 love you for the 20. When you are in a higher consciousness, things start coming in. What you see will start happening. If you see it, it'll start happening. So if you're envisioning, I'm going to get a job, well, then an opportunity could show up. And that's where you have to pay close attention because the way the universe works, the way spirits and archangels and guides work, is they can bring a person into your life and that person will show you the way of what you need to achieve. So you walk into somebody's house and they have a friend over, you're thinking they think you're pretty hot, you're thinking they're hot, but that person is actually a link to the job opportunity that was meant for you. What you do at that point in time is going to have to be up to you, where your intuition is one of the biggest points you possibly could imagine. Now, getting back to the class, I have a link. I put it inside the description box. You won't be able to see it, I think, until this is over. It's on my website. And of course, it's also on under classes on my thing. One time one class, what is it? $50. It's super affordable. We're going to go through a lot to help you. So write down those 11 items. Then I want you to, they're saying write down 11 items of what you see in the future. Who are you? Who are you going to be in your new life? This isn't just the human evolution. This is the spiritual side of you, the eternal side of you. We are eternal. We're eternal. We are spirits in a body. Once we make the change, we come into a new life form, oftentimes in the same body. It can be different, different location, different time frame. But we go into a different dimension. We don't need these material things. We don't need the negative people. We don't need those negative beliefs. And if you want to make this jump over, that's where you create peace and harmony. All right, peace and harmony. Heaven is consciousness. Heaven is consciousness. And that's what I'm saying. To me, Switzerland is my version of heaven. I absolutely love it there. And I may feel the same way about Germany, but we'll see. So write down, who are you in the future? Who is it? Are you already that person? Do you want to be a famous writer? Do you want to be thinner? Do you want to embody the spiritual being inside of you and help others in humanity? It's, who are you moving into? Who is this person? Where are you? Do you see yourself in the same location? Do you see yourself maybe traveling like I'm doing? I'm traveling to find the right spot. That's what I'm doing. It's not just about enjoying the traveling, which is really awesome, but I also want to find the right spot for me to feel secure and centered in that location. 11 things of who you are, where you want to go, the positive aspects, the changes that you want to make. Okay. They want you to write down any negative beliefs that you have. Okay. The negative beliefs are, I'm not good enough. I'm afraid to make the change. I can't do it. I have children, therefore I can't travel. That's totally wrong. Absolutely wrong. Incorrect is what I should use, the proper word. Incorrect. Whatever those inner beliefs are, and most of you that has been programmed by other people, probably the people that'll be in number one, the people that you no longer need. And it is important that you release these people because they may not be going to the same destination as you. So we have to separate. Families separate for that reason. Your 21-year-old child and you may have been separated for the past 4 years because they're going in a different direction and you're meant to go in a different direction. It comes from the soul. It comes from the true essence of who we are. So the separation takes place. It takes place so that you can get clarity on who you are, where you're going, who you want to be, where you want to be. So these are very important questions that you can work on over the next few days. This energy, this portal, some people are saying, I heard a couple people say one night, which is absolutely incorrect. This energy shift is going to be for about 7 days. And you may have started feeling it yesterday on the 10th. Some of you could have felt the energy shifting right around the elections, just before the election. And that was because of what was going on in the material world. And that was all part of it. It was absolutely all part of it. But that's a different energy shift. It's a prelude to this one right now. So, this 1111 portal is going to be very profound. And the 19th, when we have that moon phase, and I may do another live. If you guys want me to do another live, please put that in the comments, do another live, and I will do it. As long as I have about 100 of you, I'll come out and I will definitely do this for you. But right now, I want to share with you some of the messages for each zodiac sign. Let me look at your questions real quick, and then I'm going to start going into the zodiac signs. UK's in the house. Woo, woo. Good spiritual attraction. I'm so glad that you're here. Reese, thank you. Virginia, thank you. Georgina, thank you. Yes, MBH, you're saying I've worked on myself for quite some time. Just because we work on ourselves and we're feeling good and things start going good does not mean we're done. Your soul lives eternally, forever. So there's always going to be movement and completion. And every time we choose to come down here on earth, then we make a decision to either go through the repetitive cycle, which is what people are doing right now. They're jumping into or staying in the 3D world, that is going to be filled with fear. They're going to see a lot of things that they saw or experienced before. It'll be a repetitive cycle for a lot of them, but there is progress. And when I tell you what I see in the future, it is beautiful. It is gorgeous. It is a world with open borders. It is a world where people get along. It doesn't matter what you look like, or if you have one ear bigger than the other, or if your body is different than everybody else's. It matters who you are. It's all about being individual. It's beautiful. There's no judgment, there's no hate, there's no anger. People get along, okay? And it is going to be a cosmic cycle that will be absolutely incredible for us. Truly, it is. So, wherever you're at right now, you want to definitely move into the 5D. Okay, I'll do another one. It may not be the 19th. I might cry. I get very weepy on the moon cycles. I do. I just start crying. I get all emotional. So 17, 18, 19 will be probably Friday or Saturday. Something. I'll post it. Okay. What is the easiest way to raise your vibration? That is a really good question, Carrie. O'Connor, what is the easiest way to raise your vibration? The easiest way to raise your vibration is to be in a state of bliss, a state of bliss. Okay. And it doesn't have to come from music, it has to come from inside of you. So if music is bringing you to a complete state of bliss, there's no fear, there's no anger, you can see what's in front of you, you don't have past resentment, that joy, that happiness, where it's like you want to give gratitude. That is the easiest way to get yourself into a higher vibration. Now, music is a wonderful way. I just had some music made for you guys. I'm opening up a Substack, and on there, I'm putting together a plan. Well, it is a plan, but it's like us moving together as a community as we go forward beyond the ascension. All right. Somebody in this chat actually inspired me to do that. So we're going to do that. But, this is like certain frequencies, certain, what did I order? One of them is gonna be very, very cool to help bring on intuition. Another one I ordered, we created 10 of them, 10 different sounds, meditation, music, with opening up the theta, all kinds of different things for you guys. And if you go to Substack, you will find me there. I'm not completely open, but it says coming soon, and I'm there. That is the easiest way. If you're around anyone, anything that is negative, you're going to go down. It will pull your vibes right down. I could do this, being raised in an abusive environment. Okay. I grew up my mom was probably the meanest person I've ever met in my entire life. Definitely a narcissist, and I feel a sociopath because she has no problem. One, two, three, four, five, six attempted trying to kill somebody. Okay. Okay. That's, we're calling that a sociopath. But it's not about labels. It's about knowing this does not feel right. The vibration doesn't feel right. Your breathing gets out of sync when you're around this person. Your head gets messed up. You find yourself doing things you don't normally do. And then you start believing some of the things that are being put on you. And in my membership, I promised you guys, if you're a member, right here on YouTube, we're going to talk about how the twin flame narcissism and all of these unhealthy patterns actually have something to do with today. We're going to go in deep on the connection between soul connections, twin flames, and what those are for real. And that may help a lot of you when it comes to opening up your heart. Valerie. Yes, I will. I will because we definitely I'm an Aquarian. Mine's birthday is the 28th of January. Oh, Kevin, I'm glad you're here. I used to go live every single week. I just took a couple of years off. I took a couple of years off. I just kind of sat back, and you can see my Souls Live is still in the feed. Back, I did that for a couple of years. The awareness is what I meant. Okay, okay. All right, you guys. Thank you for posting these. I will definitely. Oh no, don't be sorry, Carrie. Don't be sorry that happened for me. There's a reason when you go through this. Let's talk a minute. When you go through cycles like that where you encounter these negative people, remember the divine masculine, the inner divine feminine, the logic and the empathy must be in balance. As we master the experience here on earth, we must be in balance within. So if we go a little bit tip to a little bit too far to the left, where that lack of empathy is there, where we're around people that have a lack of empathy, one or the other, we dip a little bit to the right, okay, over giving, not giving enough. These are the two biggest things where we walk in split mind. Split mind is when you guys went into the spiritual journey. When you went into that journey, you're driving down the street, it's autopilot. You drove 30 minutes and you were thinking about somebody else. You were thinking about something that had nothing to do with driving, but yet unconsciously you could see the cars go by, but you never looked at them. You knew it was time to turn up the hill, but you didn't really look at it. We go in split mind, and I wonder how many of you remember that. Okay, it's a split mind. And so this whole journey is about balancing it out, where those two come to a healthy centering together, and then we can align with the divine. Okay, we align, we can then see divine is in us, God is in us. This is about us. And that's what the book actually says. All of the books, all of the tablets will tell you this, but you have to read past what the programming was. Okay, because if you read it, well, look at Revelations. All right, we're just going to use that as an example. Revelations is page after page of horrible, 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 horrible. The very last line of Revelation says that the good wins in the end. After all of this horrible, well, that's where we're headed. That's what we're going through as a transition from one dimension into another dimension. I hope that makes sense for you. But don't feel sorry. I had to master it. And what I did with that is I was supposed to do this for people. I have helped thousands and thousands of people over the past 7.5 years here on this YouTube channel alone. I've helped people change and transform their lives, leave relationships just by these live sessions, by those beautiful guided messages that come through me. They don't come from me. A lot of what I'm doing right now is it is me talking. It's not the guides. You'll know because I'll look to the left. Can you give me a message from your mom? You can avoid MBH. You can avoid negativity. Yes, you can, because when negativity walks up to you, you leave. All right. So it doesn't mean that it's necessarily going to be gone forever, but yes, you can avoid it. I hope that makes sense for you. All right. Is it possible? It is possible to stay in alignment. That's what the practice is. That's what the whole thing is about. There's something that your mom wanted you to know before she died. It was very, very important. It had to do with the way that the two of you interacted together through your childhood before she passed away. I feel it was the entire time. How old, I don't know how old you were when she passed away. She looks older to me in this vision. She has come by to see you. She does stop by, to make sure that you're okay. She moves things on your countertop. To me, it looks like it's a kitchen countertop. The cupboards look dark. It can be a dark brown. It can be a two-tone, like a black countertop and brown cupboards, or vice versa, but it's a little bit dark. The wall in the background is not dark. It's more of like a light grayish kind of color, a more neutral color. I don't know if that is your home, but that is the sink in the kitchen area that I see. It looks like it could be a very small kitchen. It doesn't look very big. Okay. She moves things, particularly on the left side. I see glass move from the left side over to the other side on the right side. So it's almost like she's taking it from the counter here and moving it up here where the faucet is. Let me know if you have seen that. What this is just it's letting you know that she is there, she is guiding you. Our deceased loved ones do escort us. My father was with me for years. He was with me and he would come in, he would tickle my kids' feet. He would do crazy things that just made us all go. But what he did do was make sure that each and every one of us knew it was him. There was a certain something that he would do. For example, my oldest daughter, my oldest two kids weren't around. It was my I have four children, adult children, and six grandchildren, by the way. But my daughter was in the bathroom. She came running out and said the faucet turned on by itself. So, of course, I went in there. I could feel a presence. It didn't feel awful. I told her it was okay. She went in there and took a shower. My son the next day said, "Mom, somebody was in my room." And they were young. They were very young. And I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "Well, at the foot of my bed, I could see three little kids, one, two, three, and a baby elephant." Now, here is how we attach it to my father. All right. My father, he, his mom didn't want him. He was given to an uncle who gave him to an orphanage, who gave him back to a different aunt and uncle who put him back in the orphanage. And at age 13, he ran away from the orphanage and joined the circus. When he was in the circus, that's where he met my mom. I, as a child at 5 years old, I used to wash the elephants at the circus. I used to count back change to the people because I worked for my parents at the circus. So when he said one, two, three kids and a baby elephant, that's me, my brother, and my sister. I hope that makes sense for you. So when they communicate with us, they do it in a way that we'll understand. There'll be a link there. He stayed around because he was trying to bring funds into me. My dad had nothing, absolutely nothing. He worked his whole life, worked his booty off, and he wound up with nothing. But he wanted me to do a search when they were doing some testing at a site for the on a military base. They were testing one of the chemicals that they were using for warfare. And they were paying a large amount of money. I think it was a 150 for the family. It could go to him, it could go to his wife, it could go to his children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren, all the way down the road. But I couldn't find it, and then he passed away. He came into our lives about 3 months, 2.5 months after he passed away. That's what he wanted. He stayed until the money came. One day, I had a knock on the door. There was a delivery for me. It was in a FedEx envelope from an attorney. I didn't hire the attorney, but inside of it, it said, "My father had $32,000 in a bank account. All you need to do is provide us a birth certificate for you, your brother, and your sister. Send it back to me, and I will get you the money." That is how they work. That is where the miracles really come in. And that's where we can really see that the spiritual bodies of people are ongoing all the time and they can do things that help us. So when you think It can't possibly be. Think again, okay? Because I promise you that they are there to help us. So I hope that helps you guys, all right? Oh, Angela, thank you so much for the $2. I really, really love you for that. Now I'm going to take a moment and I'm going to start looking at some of the zodiac signs. We're going to start with Aries, okay? And then we'll work our way through it. But I'm going to give you, there is one word for each one. I'll be right back. I hope you could see me. I had to change screens in order to do that because I'm using one computer. So, Aries, your word that I was guided to talk to the zodiac sign of Aries about is deception. All right. It is important that you pay very close attention to the people that are around you, and equally important that you do not deceive other people. As you walk through this porthole, the complete authentic you means honesty in a way that is undeniable, where people know who you are. They can feel it, they can see it through your aura. Deception is no longer a part of your life. Deceiving your own self into believing things that are not real is equally a part of you that should be released through this 1111 portal. If I say 911, I'm so sorry. Remember, Aries, we are here to guide you, and there is always somebody around you. If you're feeling alone and stuck, know that you don't have to be. This is your choice. It's time to make a decision on where you want to be and how you want to get there. We can help you move fast and quickly through this dimension. Look for the pennies, look for the coins. For the sign of Aries, they're going to drop coins for you. Okay, so that was your guided message. And let me pull one more card for you. Yeah, Aquarius, baby. Okay, so some of you Aries may be really moving into a place of wishes being granted as long as you stay away from deceptive people, places, and things. Remember, it's everything, including the land that you live on. All right. So, Aries, I hope that helped you. Now we're going to take a look at Taurus. Now, Taurus, we're going to go in a little deep. I may do a special reading for the fixed signs, okay? But Taurus, yours is action, okay? Action. Taurus, it is time for you to kick those heels up and move some of that dirt around and get it flinging around because people need to see you moving in action. You are a natural born leader. You lead people through your presence, through your earthly connection. You lead people forward by mutating the materialism of earth and transmuting it into the highest form possible. Almost like you can take gold and turn it into jewelry without any machines. You can find the crystals and the colors of gems and divine stones amongst all the brown dirt in a field with no grass. We want you to take action. If you sit there, you will have nothing. You will feel nothing. If we feel nothing, that's what we're producing in our life. It is time for you to come back into your senses, back into your graces as being the king or queen of the earth. You know the earth forward and backwards. We guide you through every nook and cranny. We guide you through the canyons and the valleys. It's beautiful what they're showing me. It is through these caves and paths you will walk into the highest consciousness of self. You will be able to manifest whatever you want. Abundance will be yours, what you want, what you need, exactly at the time you need it. And then they're showing me Taurus sitting. Thank you. They're showing me Taurus sitting like your belly is full, your heart is open, Like everything is really good. That was your guided message for the 1111 portal. So that was quite a beautiful message, and it was very descriptive in the vision that I saw. Very, very lovely. Now you have the Three of Swords, okay? So some of you may have been blocked by the painful situations of the past, and, well, let's face it, Taurus, who hasn't been, right? This has been an extremely painful journey where we go through a lot of things, especially when we have to let go of people and places, etc., that we don't want to let go of. But Taurus, this is your time to take action, and when you take action, past this situation or multiple situations, you will find the divine manifestation techniques work for you. You will find yourself in a place of feeling bliss and joyful. Call your guides if you need them. And we're going to look at one more zodiac sign, and I'll glance over to the live stream. All right, Gemini. Gemini, yours is about power. That is your word that I was guided to talk to you about, power. Gemini, you have more power than people can imagine. You hide it. You make yourself be modest, but yet you know it. You're highly intuitive and you can see beyond your what's ever in front of you. You can see beyond the years that have surrounded you going into the future. They're showing me one moment. They're showing me you guys looking beyond outside of the earth, looking at Mars, at the outside universe. You can go beyond and come back anytime you want. There's a lot of telepathy with the sign of Gemini. We want you to start using that to spread the word of goodness to people. If you use it in a negative capacity, of course, it will come back on you. This is a time to spread the healing, spread the love. Open your wings and fly. The wings of the mind, the wings of the heart, and the wings of the soul. We are here to guide you every step of the way. It is time for you to make your mark with your power, your spiritual power, as we approach the 1111 portal. All right, that was Gemini's message. Now let's pull your card. That was pretty heavy and very beautiful scene, but it was all universe and planets and definitely going beyond. All right, Gemini, the card that came out for you is the Nine of Wands. Okay, the Nine of Wands is feeling like you might be a little bit tired. It may be hard for you to move forward. Okay. Feeling, we can say the word stuck, but that's actually the 10 of Wands. However, with this Nine of Wands, you have enough energy to keep going. Remember that little fire that is inside of us, that's called passion, by the way. That little bit of passion, that spark is what gets us up and going. Use the power of your mind to get yourself going. Now, for me, as I share with you a little bit of my life, I would have situations as a single mom where everything was on me. I mean, I would drive from one kid, I would leave work, go from one kid to the other kid, pick them up, drive clear across town, pick up that kid, and then go pick up that kid, drive all the way back. And we'd get home like at, 8:30 at night, and then I'm supposed to cook. So we didn't cook, right? We did other things. The point is, there were times I was so tired, I could barely push on the gas. I could barely get myself going because I was exhausted without having the support of the parent of the family, right? I didn't have the support. But there was always that push of power, Gemini, that got me to keep going. And that's what they want you to do. Allow it to come through with ease, and you're going to see some amazing stuff happen, especially for the Gemini that are stuck. I think our Geminis are doing pretty well right now. Oh, Carrie, you're very, very welcome. I appreciate that. Thank you for your explanation. You are so strong. Um, I don't think I ever come back here unless I have to. I've been widowed twice, abused. Okay, you don't have to come back, hon. I don't know if you mean my reading or the lifetime. But you certainly don't. It's your choice. I live in Germany after most of life in New York. It's really beautiful here and I love it. I know. I bet it is. I can't wait to go. I'm very excited about it. Um, and hope that everything I just see it. I see me there, so I know I'm going to go. Dina, I send you love back. One second, you guys. A couple more people. Hello, thank you for sharing your time and gifts. I'm very happy to, Angela. Do you have any messages from my dad? I can't answer those yet until at the end of the reading. Okay. At the end of the reading, I'll answer like the first 15 people. I'll go back here and see who asked first. All right. Um, I was wondering if my daughter is near me. Yes, Angela, your daughter is near you. Okay, your daughter is near you. She's actually quite lovely, and she looks like she did when she was here. Okay. You have helped me after losing my grandson. It took a long time at peace. I wish you would visit. Thank you for letting me know that I've helped you after a loss. It is hard to go through a loss, whether they have gone back into the other side, gone to our heaven, what we call heaven, or we're programmed to call heaven, or if they have just gone to a different location and cut us off, because that feels like a complete, absolute ending, because it really is. So I'm glad that you were there. And oops, I lost you. There's so many questions in here. We're celebrating, celebrating. Hoping my love life gets better soon. I'm 54 times a wasting. Nicola, I hope your love life goes better soon. But here's the real question. All right. This is applies to everybody. This is why I'm going to address this. Your love life will get better when you're ready for your love life to get better. Now, what I mean by that is me personally, I've been through plenty of relationships and I had a really hard time picking the right people because I was programmed to pick what was familiar to me. Familiar meant, oh, it's going to be, like I've known you forever. My first one was a soulmate. He was the love of my life and he destroyed me, but I was also programmed to pick the wrong people. Once I settle with me, I know I'll find the right person, but it hasn't been a priority. My love has been in this business. My love has been helping other people. My love went to being a mom, to putting it into other areas of life. I was a Sunday school teacher for what, 12 years. I did vacation Bible school. It goes on and on, the list of everything that I've done. And each of those things I've done, I loved it. So the better question is, when are you going to be ready to allow, not force, allow the true love of your life to come in? That's a question. And that's what you want to be looking at as we move into this porthole today, tonight. I'm glad about that, Barbara. Curtis, thank you for sharing about Switzerland. Yay, Georgina. I know you like that. That was a good reading for you, right? The Gemini reading. Oh, Maribel said it's right on point. All right. Hello, Spain. Claudia, hello. I hope you are nearby. That would be amazing. I say hello wherever you are. All right, let's move on to the next batch. We're going to go to Leo. Oh, excuse me, Cancer. Cancer, the word for you is desire. It is time for you to open up your heart and get what you desire. By blocking your heart, you're preventing things that you love. This is people you love. This is land you love. This is property you love. This is jobs you love. It's not just about people. Open your heart and allow the things you desire to come in. You don't chase them, you attract them. You see it in your mind. If it matches your mind and your heart match, and your soul matches, you're now in alignment to get the desire that you want. That's what we call manifesting. Desire is your word and in the 1111 porthole. What is it you truly desire? What will make you be fulfilled within? It doesn't have to be a person, but it should begin with self love and then go from there. Call upon us if you need us, Cancer. All right, that's Cancer's reading. And that was big. They're showing me a triangle, which makes absolute sense for our you have the 5 of Swords. So Cancer, you have the 5 of Swords. This is very challenging. This is battling, internal battling is what I feel that a lot of Cancers have been doing, and you guys have really grown. The sign of Cancer has grown over the past year, and the last 2 years before that, I saw Cancer really go through a dip. I can tell you what all my zodiac signs have been through over the past, like, 4 or 5 years, like, what you've really gone through since 2020, because it was really awful for a lot of people. But this of Swords energy is about an inner battle, mental struggles on making decisions, on gaining clarity, on seeing the path that is the right path for you. But yet they're showing me that as you move forward, use your magical power. You guys see me do this on camera? Yeah, you see me do this? What I'm doing is I'm moving the energy around. Sometimes I'm doing a clearing, sometimes I'm helping people, or I may be bringing somebody in who's asking about their deceased loved one, right? So I move my hands for a reason, okay? And it's important because we've got to keep that energy flowing. That's what they want you to do, keep the energy flowing to get past that 5 of Swords, and you're going to escalate with the 1111 porthole. All right, the next is Leo, endings. Leo, you don't necessarily like endings, but you have no problem creating them. We want you to take a step back and make the endings to the people that hold no value to you, not the people that say something that make you feel uncomfortable in one sentence. You have let go of fine people that would actually motivate you, that would inspire you, that would grow you because of one sentence that they said that you did not like. We want to walk you through this journey and remind you that you have the power to make the right choices for you. Normally, Leo, you don't have a problem, but if you find yourself stuck, this is the time to call upon your divine counterparts, your divine interconnection. And remember, the divine is in you, not from ego of the mind, but in complete alignment. Thank you. All right, Leo, I hope that helped. That may not be for all Leos, but that's definitely the message for Leo. And then you guys have the 4 of Pentacles. This is being in balance, okay? So making a balanced choice when it comes to that type of situation, because it can be very easy for some people. It's not a zodiac sign. And it's because we all have every zodiac sign in us, right? All of us do. It is about people. It's about our beliefs. It's about the conditioning and the programming that we go through. So this is a big moment for you to stay in balance and harmony throughout your entire life. This 4 of Pentacles is going to really lift you into a place of feeling abundant and prosperous on all levels of life. So I hope that that helps you. And let's move on to Virgo. Virgo, you have the word observe. And before we go on, I had done a Virgo reading where I intercepted. There was about 12 times I said Virgo. It was all over the label. It was Virgo, Virgo, Virgo. But 3 times I said the word Libra. Man, that messed our Virgos up. Like their head could not get wrapped around that. And I even explained why I brought Libra into that reading. And so I had tons of people going, this is stupid. This is crazy. Da, 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 da. Observe. Okay, observe what is going on for you. I thought that was so appropriate. Made me think of that reading when I heard the word observe what is going on around you, paying very close attention to everything and everyone that shares with you. I'm being shown a lot of pentacles around you where you're feeling safe and secure. You have the opportunity to feel safe and secure through the 1111 portal, through this transformational energy shift that's going on. But it is important for you to observe, listen, watch, and pay attention to everything that's going on, because the universe, the synchronicities are going to come one and two and three. Okay, it's not gonna be like boom, 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 boom. It'll be one over here. It'll be, you look at somebody and they're showing me a picture of somebody with a beautiful golden aura around their head. It goes like this around their head, and then there's a pentacle. That person is going to thank you. That person is going to lead you to something on the material plane. This may be a job. This may be a career move. This may be money, inheritance, whatever it is making you feel secure. Observe what is going on around you, Virgo, and that will push you right into a higher level of consciousness where you can make things happen on your own. Now, the card that came out for you is the Wheel of Destiny, okay? The Wheel of Fortune, all right? This means you have the power to create the life that you want. We all do, but Virgo, this is about you right now. So, with this Wheel of Fortune, destiny is up to you. You're choosing your destined path, not me, not someone else. Virgo is choosing it for Virgo. Be observant as you go forward so that you pick the right one for you. And the next one is Libra, and your word is interference. So I'm seeing of course, the scales of balance with Libra. I see this frequently whenever I go into a Libra reading. Interference, okay? You're going to have people pop in around you. You're going to have things that are going to distract you. You're going to hear noises and popping and firecrackers and lightning that is going to interfere with the connections that you have with people, with where you're at, with what you're doing. Most of all, Libra, you may find yourself having the interference with your inner divine alliance alignment. It is up to you to decide to keep that in balance, but it may be challenging. They're showing me like a shakeup. As you walk forward, call upon us if you need to, but remember you have the power through your own divine connection to the universe, to divine yourself, because divine is within you. But you lose that connection when you have interference. Pay attention to the electrical connections that you have plugged in your ears, plugged on your screens and your computers, and do not scroll. It looks like TikTok. Do not scroll too much where it interferes with your guidance. Thank you. So that was Libras. You may be watching a lot of things on TikTok, and I tell you, a lot of people who have grown are sharing some very, very important information, while others are sharing things that may not be of value. And that's where the interference is important. All right, you have the Six of Cups, Libra. That's beautiful. Past memories, memories of the past that are happy, joyful, things that bring you joy. If you choose the right people, is what I'm hearing. It is important for you to choose to be around the right people. Some of those people may be um, returning. Okay, you may find them returning shortly after 11/11, going more toward the holiday season. But it is important that you do not allow other people to interfere with whatever relationship it is that you are wanting and feel is right for you. All right, that was Libra, and then we're going to do Scorpio bonding, and then I'll look at the chat. Oh, Scorpio, Scorpio. Scorpio, you are tough. You are so tough, and that's why you picked that zodiac sign. There is all kinds of things inside of you that create turmoil, that some of it you love, some of it you don't. It's a balance of the good and the evil within. That's what you have been transmuting your entire life. Scorpio, this is an opportunity for you to shine. Over the last several years, you may have found yourself in positions that were challenging, that were difficult to get up from. We were there for you, and we will still be there for you. I, Archangel Michael, and my team will be there for you. But it is up to you to call us in. We don't interfere. We don't step in unless you call upon us. Remember, you hold the power. You are one of the zodiac signs that have the highest intuition. You can go into the depth of the dark side and bring it all the way to the highest point in the light. This is a power unique to you as a zodiac sign. Embrace all of the energies inside of you and create this path as you cross through the 1111 portal. Thank you. Wow. Well, that was a big message there, Scorpio. Quite hefty for sure. Now the card that came out for you, you have the Sun card. Okay, Scorpio, you have the Sun card. This is very, very beautiful energy. The Sun is a rebirth. That is that opening for you, Scorpio, as you go forward. This is a big moment. And let me say, you are one of the fixed signs. Okay, the fixed signs is who is it? Leo, I know you guys are going, duh. Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. The fixed signs are the ones who really, although everybody has felt a lot of the pings and pangs over the last 13 years. And now, those fixed signs who got hit really hard, and I mean hard, have this big moment coming in. So it's going to be quite powerful for a lot of you. Let me just say hey over here in the chat, and I will finish up those readings. Good morning, SC from Madre. I appreciate that. I'm glad Gemini was reading was good for you. Yeah. So MBH from Canada. I know we all have our own paths. That in alignment navigation in life is of ease. Breathing was really instrumental for me in my alignment. I use visualization and in transmutation of energy. By the way, so do I. So breathing is a valuable asset. I mean, everything I do, right? You guys don't know this. I'm a Reiki master. I'm an energy healer. I do hypnosis, neural linguistics programming. I have an extensive background, and that's why I've been able to help so many of my clients. But absolutely, this is an important part. So if you need to work on keeping yourself from feeling fear, breathing is going to be one of the biggest things that can help you at this time. Then we have a Scorpio. Okay. All right. Thank you guys all so much for sharing your zodiac signs. I love when you do that. Choose the right people, Libra. Don't allow other people to interfere. What it is you are anting a million, what is that? A million times percent. All right, you guys. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Now let's get back. Thank you for sharing that. Let me finish this reading. We have Sagittarius. Now, Sagittarius has been having a really hard time on my channel. It doesn't mean other people. I'm only talking about my group of people. And I hope you guys join me as we move to this new platform. It'll be on Substack. You can find me as LA Gonzalez, Ascending Soul's Journey over there. That's going to be opening up. I was hoping today, but I got blocked. It's only temporary. And uh, it's time to really connect with the spiritual groups that make you feel good. Okay, Sag, this is a very important time for you to let go of all of these things. Now, your word again is discharge. I don't know if I even said it. The word is discharge. All right, discharge is release. It is time to let go of the things that were holding you back, the people that made you angry, they hurt you, they kept you held down as if you were pinned down, your clothes pinned down to the ground is what they're showing me. It's like you felt stuck and you just couldn't get out. And your guides, your guardians, your angels are saying they're there for you, Sag. It is time to make this transformation, but only if you choose to. It is up to you whether you jump through the portal into a new life, an evolutionary change, or not. It is up to you. We are here to guide you through it. But in order to make this leap of faith, you must let go of whatever is no longer serving you. Now, I hope that, thank you. I hope you guys go back to the beginning of this reading if you weren't here, where I'm talking about a few things you need to write down tonight as we go forward. The card that came out for you is the Six of Pentacles, all right? Equal reciprocity. If you've been over giving, it is time to make sure you get back. That is why we don't give things for free, all right? Something's got to come back. So even on here, I have people commenting, and then they give me these lovely little gifts and trinkets, and I love that you guys do that. That's why I continue to do it for so long, but I just needed to take a break. So make sure that you are giving equal, fair exchange back and forth. If you were over giving, it's time to get back. If you were under giving, it's time to give. Make sure you're giving to humanity, every single person in this chat. Capricorn, you have recuperation. Okay, recuperation. Hmm. You know, Capricorn, you are such a hard worker. You are the goat. You are stubborn and you are persistent and you will move through anything. With the rams and in your head, the horns in your head, you will move mountains. You will move the objects in front of you until everything is done. But it is equally important for you to recharge your batteries. If you don't have enough energy, you won't be able to make this leap. We want you to start learning to meditate and be in alignment with self. Remember, when we connect to the consciousness, the highest consciousness within, we're connecting directly with divine. We are all interconnected as one. So when one person is low in energy, it affects many. And this is what's been going on for Capricorn. You've been working too hard. Stop, rest, meditate, and allow this to transform your life. Okay, I hope that helps there. Now, the card for you, Capricorn, is adjustment. Okay. Well, that fits, right? Adjustment, because that's what you need to do is make some adjustments so that you can actually move forward. Capricorn, this is a big deal for you. All right. It truly is. You're not a fixed sign, but you are very oftentimes stubborn, hence the goat. Okay. Aquarius. The word for Aquarius is change. That does not surprise me at all. Many of our Aquarians have been going back and forth, up and down. They feel that they've already crossed over, but the truth is, you only went so far and there's much more to go. There's always a place to go higher and evolve and swirl around. And even though you see it, you're staying back. It is time to make a change in your life, a choice to make a change. If you want the change to happen, you be the change, you create the change. Where is it you want to go? Who do you want to be? And who are you letting go of, or what are you releasing to create this change? Are you moving into a place of positivity, or are you going to change and go backwards? The choice is absolutely up to you, but we are moving into your time zone. You pick the sign of Aquarius because of what is marching into the world at this time. You held up your mighty Aquarius sword as an Aquarian. The king of swords is you. The power, the leadership, the communicative expressions, and the way that you can help others is beyond words. No one can do it like you. Choose which direction and make the change to get you there. We are here if you need us. Oh, thank you so much. I have to listen to that. Um, that is for our Aquarians, and the card that came out for you Is the Five of Swords, and that makes sense from based on what they were just sharing, Aquarius, where you may be having some conflict of interest. This could be people interfering with what you're trying to do. This may be something different for each and every one of you, but the conflict is affecting you on a mental level. You may be in a zone where things don't feel right. Maybe they're starting to fall apart because of mental conflicts, especially those of you I feel that are in the wrong area, in the wrong zone. Okay. I hope that helps you, Aquarian. We're going to go in deep on a special reading for those four zodiac signs, and that is on the way. Pisces, you have the word psyche. Okay. Psyche of the mind. Pisces, we've been watching you and we watch you swim from one place to another, going back and forth, back and forth. It is making your mind like boggled and confused because sometimes the path you pick is not what you thought it was. And then when you go back to where you were, it doesn't feel right. So they're showing me Pisces, the fish going back and forth. And it's showing me you moving in the eternal 8, okay, the eternal symbol of eternity. It is time for you to really look at your mental state of mind and base things from a balanced perception. So you aren't toggling from one side to the other. This will allow you to jump through this 1111 portal. This will allow you to bring in the relationships that you actually fit with. Instead of trying to fit in with them, they fit with you, where you don't need to change and they won't have to change either. The back and forth energy must stop. It's putting you in this cycle, eternal cycle. It's time to break the cycle and start in a new direction, but only if you choose. All right, thank you. That is for our Pisces and Pisces. You have the Queen of Pentacles. All right. The Queen of Pentacles is a beautiful, beautiful energy for you to have. The Queen of Pentacles is feeling grounded. Okay. It's important that you feel grounded as you go forward. A great way to feel grounded is to get out there in nature. You already love nature very, very much. But I'm not talking the water, I'm talking the mountains. All right. Go to the mountain area. If you don't have a mountain, look at the mountains on your screen. Don't scroll through the videos one after the other after the other. That'll make you go from one place back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It'll create like they're calling it a spasm, like a mental spasm. It may be an overload of information, ungrounding you from making the right decisions. Get grounded, get centered, touch a tree, put your feet on the grass. Nature. They're showing me nature 100%. All right, you guys, that is all our zodiac signs. Let me take a look and see if I can find those questions. Oh, hi, Barbara. You can donate right here in the dollar sign. That's a super chat. That's how you can donate to the channel. Thank you so much for asking and thank you for donating. Um, we talked about that. We talked about that. Okay. Sagittarius North Node. Thank you, Lori. I appreciate that. She said, I look lovely today or beautiful today. I have some wonderful people on here. Now, there was, I lost my mom at a young age. I always wondered about what adult conversation would be like. Oh, baby, we want to do that in a private session. Um, there's a lot. There's a lot that your mom wants to tell you for what she wanted. Your mother's presence is around you. Let me see if I can give you a little bit right now. Your mother's presence was around you. She watched you. It's like I see her watching over you, like in a movie. You know, when you see the person hovering over the other person, like they're see-through, but they're watching. And that's what I see. She's watched you, she's guided you. Sometimes I see her nudging you, like you're walking down the sidewalk and she nudges you so you don't fall off the curb. It's like she has been there for you. All right. And that much I will definitely share here for you. But there's a lot of a message there for you from your mother. Okay, baby. Hello from Georgia. Well, hello, Georgia. I have not been to Georgia. I would love to go. People fighting addictions and relapse. Any advice in this ascending journey and choice point right now? Yes, addictions. A lot of people have addictions. Amy Gill had asked this question. She's here in the chat. People fighting addictions. There are people of all kinds of addictions. People who are addicted to gossip, people who are addicted to alcohol, to chemicals, to coffee, to smoking. There's all kinds of addictions. It is important that when you are addicted to anything that you have to go within, and this is where meditation actually helps. The frequencies that I was talking about in the beginning of this reading, where I was talking about a new channel that I'm putting on Substack. This is going to be minimal. It's going to be like $5, $10 a month. It's not a lot. But through this channel, you're actually going to have methods, music, things that will help you. There's certain frequencies that help break that pattern. The number one thing you want to look at is why. You have to find the root of the issue of the addiction. All right, that is the biggest reason why we don't quit. What is the root of the addiction? So, for example, a smoker, okay, a lot of smokers tend to go off on their own. Okay, because they can't stand around the people who smoke, they go off on their own. They like to be alone. This is their way to be alone. This is their underlying issue is they don't want to connect with people. It puts a block between people. Some of them, the cigarette is their best friend. That's their BFF. That is who is always there for them. Like they can count on it. Now that sounds a little crazy, but when you're looking at it from an unconscious, it's inside of us, we don't even tap into it. That's where the addiction comes in. And as far as like hypnosis, I'm a hypnosis, I can, that works great. There are many things that can help you break it, but the biggest one in order to break it is to figure out why it's there. Where did it come from? Whatever your addiction is. All right, I hope that helps you. Hello, India. Any insight from me? Um, okay, you guys. I am going to be back. I'm going to be back on, I think it's a Friday or Saturday. Just look for it. I'll put it in here. Subscribe to this. Make sure you're here. And I will definitely come back to you. But it has been an absolute delight to be here with you. Thank you for your questions. Hope I was able to help answer some of them and have a great time figuring out. If you forgot what I said in the beginning of this reading, make sure you go back and listen. These are the things you want to do for the 1111 porthole tonight. Okay. Now is the time to do this. It's a big shift. All right. I love you guys. Much love. Bye.